Hello everyone, welcome back to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. Today we're going to talk about a wonderful set that you can get for free out of the celebration, which is from July 1st to August 31st, 2022. This set is a stamp and paper, and we'll show that in a moment, and it is on page 14. With a $100 purchase, you can get the paper and the stamp set for free. We are going to take and look at this. The stamps have 3 beautiful flowers, and I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm not going to be using the stamp set today because when I seen all this paper, it screamed, I need a stack of boxes made, and I thought that would look great. But we will be using this stamp set in my next video. The paper is gorgeous. As you can see, this first piece, I do like it a lot because this is all I have left. But the papers are absolutely gorgeous, and the back sides are equally beautiful. This paper screams, cut all me out. And they're, like I said, quite beautiful. These are amazing. And like I said, the back sides are equally as pretty. So we're going to make a stack of boxes. They're rectangle boxes today. Get this paper out of the way. And grab my scoring board. Now, I'm only going to show you how to make one box today. They're all made the same, and you'll find the dimensions for all 3 boxes. The largest box is 7 inches by 4.5 inches. The next size is 6 by 3.5. And the last one is 5 by 2.5. I will show you the completed boxes of the last 2 at the end, but I'm going to show you the largest one today. So we need 2 pieces of paper that are 8.5 by 11. So for our base, we are going to use Starry Sky, and for our lid, we're going to use this paper. We don't need the tag. So I'm going to show you how to make these boxes. They're relatively simple. The lid is reinforced for extra stability. So to start with, you can do this on your cutting machine if you'd like, but I prefer a scoreboard. So we're going to score at 2 inches on all 4 sides. Make sure you've got it right up in the corner and so everything stays straight. So we'll set that aside and we'll grab the other piece of paper. And this one, we are going to score at 1 inch and 2 inches on all 4 sides. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. You can grab 2 pieces of cardstock, hook them together. And you want to actually set these right against the board here, so you have a little extra gap when you score. But once you do that, you can actually see when you look at this. These are 1/8 inch marks here on here, and you can actually see how much space. And after a while, you will learn how much space you need. So once you get that in there, but when you first start, when you want to use this, it works. You don't need as big as piece as this. I just grabbed these with some extra left from the other box I cut. So then we'll score these at 1 and 2. And just remember to pull it out just a little bit. Make sure it's all square in there. And we'll keep on going. Pull it out. Oop. Don't go too fast that you skip the track. We don't want to do that. And that is the end of the scoring. I know it's hard to see the score lines on there. I will try to find, get something to mark that. Just one moment. I'm going to grab my white chalk marker. Sorry about that delay, but it was on the other side of the room, and I don't know where my old one is, so we're going to grab the new one. And Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell this anymore, unfortunately, but I'm using it basically so I can show you where we're going to be cutting on this so it's easier. Now this one is pretty straightforward. It's pretty square. You need your bone folder, and you're going to burnish on all 4 sides. So we'll get all the burnishing done, and then I'll show you how we cut this. So let's burnish that one, and we'll go ahead and burnish all the score lines on this one here. Like I said, just take your time and go around and get a good burnish on everything. And then we've got them all scored. Now, we're going to go ahead and cut this one first because it's the easier of the two to cut, and you can see what I'm doing. Basically, you're going to cut up the score line, and I try to make sure I cut off the score thing and make a small wedge in to the end. Oop. And a small wedge here, and then I rotate. And the reason I rotate is by putting the corners spread out in an even fashion, it secures the box a little bit better than putting them all on one side. But if you end up on one side, it will be fine. Like I said, these are not hard to make, and they have a big wow effect, especially if you're putting it in a gift. And these are, for me, a gift box for a special occasion that's coming up. So we'll get rid of all that. Now on this one, I'm going to use the white chalk marker. See if I can show you the lines. No, you can't see it with the white chalk marker. So we'll grab a ballpoint. What you have is you have 4 squares like this. What you're going to want to do is remove this square, and this square. And then we'll rotate that all the way around. And when you're doing that, you're also going to be wedging a little piece off here and a little piece off this side. So, and this, like I said, the paper is quite busy, so it's hard even for me to see. So I basically cut down 2 sides. Then I come in here on this one and cut this one. Go ahead and do my little wedge. Cut this one off. Cut a little wedge. And then do little wedges on the tab. It's just so when you go to put it together, it's not all bundled up. So it's like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that on all 4 sides, rotating just like I did before. After a while, after you do this, you'll just wedge it off as you go. You can come back and wedge if you want. I just find it easier to make sure I've wedged everything as I'm at that corner. And I know I'm being quiet, but I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. I want to cut the right lines. And that's all cut off. So there's our box there, and even the writing won't show when we get done. So we're going to go back to the large piece now and assemble that one. And I just realized I forgot to grab my tear and tape. So we're going to need that in a moment. Now you could use tear and tape. I wouldn't use Seal Plus would work. You know, it's whatever you choose to do. I like glue, especially on the base. I think it works good. Gives you a second to wiggle it around a little bit. You want to make sure you bring it up. Make sure you got a nice 90-degree fold on that. And hold it for just a second. And then come around and do the next one. And this one. This one up. I know it's a little hard to see because I've got it turned upwards, but we'll do that one. Then what I like to do is go back to where I started and just basically rub all those corners and all those pieces and make sure they're nice and down and folded properly, okay? Set that aside. Now this piece. First thing I like to do is put the tear and tape on. And the reason I use tear and tape on this top piece is I think it just holds a lot better. I mean, glue does work. When you go to see how we have to fold this, it's a little messier. Tear and tape's a little faster and neater. Little line there. Then we're going to go around and we flip this out, put a little glue on there, and marry up those two corners so they're nice and even. And just work our way around. You don't have to hold it really a long time, but a little longer than that. Little gap there. And the last one. Oop, didn't hold that one long enough. Try to hurry along with the video. Sometimes you don't get a good seal. Okay, now we're done with the glue and the glue on my fingers. Now we're going to grab this to pull off the tape, or this is an old one, but this is the newer one. And what you're going to want to do, and I'm trying to do this, you can see it, you're going to peel off the tape off the first one. Make sure your corners are all good, and just push it down lightly. You don't have to do it hard. Peel the tape off. Do the next one. We're just setting them in place at the moment. We're not pushing them down. And then the last one. Now that I have them all in place, we'll just take our bone folder and give everybody a good rub. Make sure everybody's in place. And this side. So there's our lid. And here's our base. And it should go slide on there nicely. Nice seal. Not any big gaps in there because we've left that extra little bit of space for room. So this was the largest box. Then, to help speed things along, I made box 2, which is the next size. And box 3. Oop, turn them around. Get the flowers going the other way. So now, a nice way to display these is to get them all wrapped up. And we are going to use the metallic, what's it called? Metallic mesh ribbon, which is available in the annual catalog. And I just have to first find the opening. This is a new roll. There we go. Put my glasses back on. Now, if you were using this for a gift, of course, you're not going to hook them together. If you were using this as a display piece, you could stack them all up, put a little glue or tape underneath, and hook them all together. But since I am using this as a gift, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to grab this out a bunch. And I know you can't see me rolling this out, but I've got a bunch of this rolling out. And we're going to start at the top. Make sure I've got enough. We're going to pull this down. Whoop. And it wants to turn and roll. So take in, make sure your ribbon is straight. This is a rather large piece of ribbon. Okay. Wrap it around gently. Flip them over. We can readjust the boxes in a minute. We're going to go up over the top. Give it a little spin so it's easier. And we're going to pull the ribbon back around. Get it all up here. We get all fussy with it in a minute. We're going to clip this off. Whoop. Okay, we'll straighten all the ribbon out in a minute. And try to straighten it as best you can. Trying to keep it taut so they hold. And then we'll make a nice big bow. And you can use lots of other ribbons with this. It's just, I thought this ribbon was very pretty. And then you can fluff everybody out. Oh, that one's a little long. That's a nice size piece. We'll save that for something later. Nice size pieces of ribbon are always nice to put into a card. Oh, he's got a little turn there. So we have a nice fluffy bow. We have our nice box. If you want to see the side there, you can see how they stack. Now you could have shifted everything to one side. So it's all over here at one side. So it was like this. That's another way it looks really good. So it's whatever you want. You could choose any other colors you wanted. I mean, anything that you would like. I like making boxes, and in the future I will be showing you a lot more different styles of boxes. But this paper just screamed, you need to make a box so we can be displayed out there pretty. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you join me in the future. Like I said, all the dimensions and the supplies I used are going to be listed in the description below. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I hope to see you in the future. Thank you and have a good day. Go out and be creative. Thanks.